Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're going to be swapping out these fog lights that are ugly and all faded. And I believe either this one or I don't know which one of them are not working. I'll fire this thing up and move it to the middle. It's kind of rainy, so I don't want to get wet. But I got these AUXBEAM fog lights with the running light on them we're going to install. And it should be a simple, easy upgrade. So let's get started. Let's get this thing fired up and moved around. A little cold start. Alright, so you can see here we got the passenger side working, driver side decided he doesn't want to work anymore. So we'll get under here, see what's needed to swap these things out. I'm going to pop the hood, take the negative battery cable off, and we'll get started. This thing is actually halfway clean for once. Even the powder coat's clean. Got to clean this frame up. It's already got a little bit of flaking coming off of the frame, but she's still looking quite nice. We will be color matching all this very soon. Lots of things coming for this. I have a ton of parts just stacked up waiting to get this thing looking right, and also doing a little something else. So get up under here, take this battery cable off, and get at it. Zip. Oh, sparky. Oh no. Dropped my nut. If I can get it threaded on. Oops. Okay, it ain't going nowhere. Don't let me forget to put this ground back on for my amp steps. Alright, let's get down here and see what we need to take out. I may get in here and turn the wheel one direction so that it's not in my way. We'll definitely have to pop some of these out, if not the whole thing. But yeah, let me get in here and I'll turn the wheel one way or the other, probably to the right. So I got to put this battery back on, I guess. Alright, I decided to just say screw taking the negative terminal off. We're really not doing anything besides plug and play stuff. Check out that powder coat. It's making it look so good. Anyway, you need a T15, and we're going to take out, we shouldn't take out all of them, but maybe just take out like this half and we'll fold it back on the tire. Fold this thing back. Like it. There we go. All right. Tuck your carpet liner back a little bit. Put it off the tripod. So right here is one of them. I think it's 3 of them. Squeeze the plug. I need, it looks like an 8 or a 7, maybe. All right, it is a 7mm. You got 4 of them. See if I can fit this in here. There's one. And I'm gonna need an extension to get these. This one I might even need a ratchet. All right, hopefully you guys can hear me. I had to pop this one out with a ratchet. These 2 out, you need a long extension. Now I should just be able to snake the old headlight out. All right, and shout out AUXBEAM because these things do look sick. They're one of the best looking ones I've seen. But the instructions kind of suck because it doesn't really tell you anything. It doesn't even tell you where to splice, like what fuse to splice into, which we'll go over in a second. But it just says unbolt the original light harness, unscrew fixing bolt, and remove original headlight. So anyway, here they are side by side. Here's the factory and the new one. Hopefully fitment is good, being that this has all this plastic. I hope that this one doesn't fit loosely or anything like that. The old one also had the ability to adjust it up and down, so like when you lift your vehicle, you can fixate it. I guess you can do that same kind of deal with this one with that screw there. But yeah, let's slide this thing up in there and see how it fits. All right, get y'all set in the front. Nice little amount of bug poop and or something. We'll get this one slid in and see what she looks like. All right, so I got these things in. They're definitely not the best fitment wise, and we're definitely gonna have some water coming here now. I don't know if the old fog lights, really sealed it, but they definitely filled in all this gap. I noticed the best thing to do is just kind of get them snug, come on the outside and get it as straight and centered as you can, and just try your hardest just to hand tighten them from the back. Once you got it to where it won't move, you can then tighten them down. So I kind of got it where I'm happy with it. Again, I don't know if I love the fitment of these things, but they do look pretty dang good. We're going to go ahead and get the other side on, and then we'll get to how these things are wired. As far as just the fog light itself, it will just plug in to the factory plug, which, let's see if I can get you guys to see that. Sorry, I'm working with the tripod in my hand. There we go. So just the regular old fog light should. Let's see. All right. If you push it hard enough, it'll get in there and snap in. Push this back down. All right. Anyways, I'll probably zip tie this up out of the way a little bit. And I might heat up this heat shrink on these just because I know there's going to be some more moisture that gets in, unlike the factory ones. I may end up changing these things out, guys. I don't know yet. I'll see how they perform and see if they cause any issues. I mean, water's going to get in here regardless. It's not like this whole area is sealed anyway. But yeah, let's go ahead and put the second one in. Again, I don't think you need this up. It just probably makes things easier to access. But I'll set you guys up on the tripod and get the other one out. All right, we got them mounted up in there. They're a little bit of a pain just because you have to kind of try to stay centered while you're tightening them up. But they make a huge difference visually. They look much better than stock. And they also look much better than what I had because mine were worn out. They are currently plugged in. So just the regular part of the fog light should work right now. I'm going to go turn it on and see what they look like. And they're not on. Let's see. How about now? And they're still not on. Okay. All right, so I got it on. They're nice and bright. I need to wipe up all of my fingerprints and whatnot. So essentially what I had to do was the AUXBEAM light is basically backwards from the factory. So the light itself, it's really the adapter part is backwards. It fits both ways, so just flip it around to where black is the red and red's the black, and got the light to come on. So I'll go ahead and do the same thing to this side, and we should be working. I will go ahead and change it real time so you guys can see it come on. All right, now they're both working. They look great. Now we just got to get the running lights to work, and I'll show you how to wire those up. I'm going to button up my wires and whatnot, and go ahead and zip tie them up because I won't need access to that anymore. So I'm going to do that now. Alrighty, so before I go any further, I got everything wired up, and I got the 2 red wires for the running light wired together, and then I have them to this 16 gauge. You can use whatever you got. That's just what I had. Ran this down. I'm going to run it up along this, and then you'll need a fuse tap. There's a couple ways you can do this. I think this is going to be the cleanest and easiest. So grab a fuse tap. I'll put a link in the description where you can find these. You can get them almost anywhere. I think I got like a 20 pack off Amazon. But anyway, we are going to be going in this fuse here. So if you're looking at the truck like this, it's a 20 amp, and it is the trailer park lamp right there, 20 amp. There it is on the diagram. But anyways, we're going to pull this fuse out. Once you pull that fuse out, you're going to put it in the bottom, and then just put a matching fuse. So put a 20, 15. It really doesn't matter. Just try and not go higher, obviously. But yeah, put that one in the bottom, and we'll do that now. All right, so we got our wire coming up from underneath, routed all nice and neat. I put 1 zip tie there, and then there's 2 factory clips. I just stuck it in there. I would like to wrap this in electrical tape, just the butt connect area, so it looks a little cleaner. I don't really like how that looks, but I am out of electrical tape, so for now, that's what we're dealing with. Kind of routed it down and around these big fuses, and then for when this thing goes out of the fuse box, on the lid here, there's these little indentions here. You'll want to run the wire out of that, or one of those. You can even cut a hole bigger if you want. This will just be a lot cleaner look if you just use this, and it won't pinch the wire. So I'm going to pop this back on, route the wire under there, and get back with you. All right, so I got the fuse box cover on, the wire tucked in nice and neat. It does pinch it a little bit, not enough to actually kink the wire. And it may not even be. I can just tell it's a little bit tighter pushing this on. So now, when our running lights are on, we should now have our little running light on our fog lights on. So I'm going to go turn it on the truck. Oh yeah, that looks good. So that's tied in with the running lights. So whenever the running lights are on, the tow mirror lights are on, these will come on. They look super sweet. That definitely makes up for the fitment alone. And honestly, the fitment really isn't that bad. It looks pretty good once it's all in, and that thing looks sweet. So I'm going to get everything all buttoned up, close this engine bay up, and we'll do some before and after videos and pictures. All right, guys, and that's a wrap on the AUXBEAM fog lights. They look super sweet with the running light on. Definitely a huge upgrade to the front end. Huge upgrade for me, especially since my driver's side wasn't working and it was all faded. They look super sweet. Excited to see how bright they are at night. I'll go ahead and turn them on. Pretty straightforward and easy install. Let's pop those lights on. You can see, nice bright LED. That running light looks super good. Flows with the stock running lights as well as the ones in the tow mirrors. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. It was pretty simple, easy install. I definitely recommend this mod. And stay tuned. We have a ton of stuff coming. This truck is going to get a complete overhaul under the hood. I also want to go ahead and color match all of this chrome white so that we are nice and color matched. But yeah, stay tuned for future content. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the bell notification for more videos, and see you guys in the next one.